All right, coming off the heels of an amazing main event at UFC Vancouver, we are going to be talking about the next steps for Justin Gaethje here. Obviously, he won his fight against Donald Cerrone. Go check out the other video if you haven't already. Yeah. We talked about the next steps for Cowboy. Without further ado, let's jump right into Gaethje here. Now, the win was the first round, knockout, and his nickname is the Highlight for a reason.
Right.
And who wouldn't want to see the Highlight face against the guy who was supposed to be booked against earlier before Conor McGregor, the notorious one, broke his hand? That would be an amazing fight, obviously. I mean, these two guys are warriors.
Yep. So
it'll be a striking matchup for the ages. No one's going to be taking each other down. It's going to be a stand-up war. Correct. Conor McGregor's a great counterpuncher, and Justin Gaethje's got some of the best leg kicks combination with boxing I've ever seen when he gets in the boxing range.
Right.
But we all know what Conor can do from boxing range, especially when guys are welcoming in the striking. So, on top of it, what has Conor been able to do against guys who respond to in a very negative way to his antics?
Right.
The only person we've seen respond in a way where it was maybe he crossed the line was Khabib. But everyone else, Jose Aldo got super personal about it. But then what happened? He used that hyper aggression. He put it.
He got in his head.
Laid the seeds and the foundations. Justin Gaethje's already talked about. He said that Irish guy's retired right now.
Yeah.
And then he followed saying, I'm gonna fight the winner of Khabib and Tony. We all know how the UFC goes. We all know how paychecks are with Conor McGregor's name stamped on it, and we all know what Gaethje does in terms of getting the gates for people to show up. So this is that would be amazing. I mean, we all know how Gaethje felt about him punching that old man.
Oh yeah,
is this clear. The obvious and only fight to make for Gaethje at this point?
It's I don't think so, man. Because you just mentioned it. The way we know the UFC works. I don't know. I'm not completely positive that fight would happen just because Gaethje would be such a dangerous opponent for Conor. You know, like I mean, it's so unpredictable. You wouldn't know if Conor can actually beat Gaethje. Like I wouldn't put money on it for sure.
Right.
You know. So and Gaethje can take a lot of punishment.
A lot of punishment. And we've seen what Conor does against durable guys. He got Nate Diaz. It was troublesome.
Right. As long as Gaethje can take the punches for the first couple of rounds by round 3-4, you know, we know Conor gets a little gassed out.
His gas tank's not perfect.
And we've seen that, and that's the thing. I don't want to talk shit on Conor's cardio and shit, but hey man, like we've seen it in a few fights.
Facts are facts.
Facts are facts. And he's addressed it. Oh, the Conor diet, the Conor whatever, and he's doing we've seen him like on Instagram riding the bikes and all that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like it's cool. Riding bikes, but we all see how you fucking fight after the third round.
Grappling stamina is completely different than running on a bike, running on a treadmill or biking.
And don't forget, Conor's coming off of a broken hand. I don't know,
right
bro.
Out of that left hand too.
I don't know, bro. Who said? Was it Gaethje who said that? Conor's washed out or whatever, like right now that he fucked up.
Someone he just recently said in his post-fight interview when he won on Saturday, he was like, that guy's retired. He's not fighting. He's not active. I want to fight the best in the world that are actually fighting, is what he said, quote unquote. Now, my follow-up would be, okay, well, if not Conor, and I think there's a little like a trinity going on here. Three fighters that are kind of embroiled in a little bit of a triangle here, and it's Dustin Poirier's name getting thrown into the mix there, coming off of a loss, but that was a loss for the championship.
Right.
So what do you do there? Does Dustin Poirier go and face Gaethje instead? Does Dustin Poirier go and face Conor McGregor to try to get that win back because he was kind of asking for it? What do you think that next step is there? Do you think it's just going to be Cowboy Gaethje?
I don't see Poirier fighting Conor. I don't think that's going to happen just because we already seen that fight. Mm-hmm. It ended up a little disappointing. Like 4 years ago, though. I understand. But the thing is, I think that Conor wouldn't fight Poirier mostly for the fact that that's a different Poirier.
Like, yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, what do I gain by fighting you again versus what do I lose by losing to you potentially?
Yeah.
The in terms of branding, like what you'd gain versus what you'd lose in that fight, the win-loss isn't there. But whereas someone like Gaethje, if you can stop him in his tracks, guy who's been knocking everybody out, being a highlight and everything, you know Gaethje will be doing one thing, absorbing punishment. But you also know one thing, he's going to be doling it out too.
Yeah. Honestly, man, looking at all the names that in this division again, for me, the thing that makes the most sense is maybe Cowboy and Conor. just in terms of they speculated about this fight already.
Right.
So I think that, you know, it should happen eventually. Those are one of the, or two of the biggest names. It's going to have crossover into popular culture, like people like to say, you know what I'm saying? Casual fans, whatever.
Right.
So I think that's a great fight. They're both coming off of losses. I think that if they are ever to make the fight, Conor and Cowboy, now's the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wait 2 more years.
You can't keep waiting.
Don't wait.
Not on that
come
fight.
on. Not on. We're seeing how Conor's and Cowboys' careers are going right now. I'm not saying badly necessarily, but I'm saying they don't have too many more years. Let's agree on that, right?
Right.
And they have to be very strategic about the fights they take.
You just don't want it to go that Mayweather and Pacquiao route where they're fighting like 3, 4, 5, 6 years too late. You want to get them to fight when they're at the top of their game.
Now is the more we wait, I don't want to see a 40-year-old Conor face a 45-year-old Cerrone or something like.
Do it while the people still are gonna have peak
We're
interest.
not doing Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell 4 or whatever the fuck it was.
That was 3, but it was horrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's,
no one wants to see
no
that.
one wants to see that.
Honestly, this is a side, but whatever. If you're Tito Ortiz, how can you really put that as a notch in your belt? Dude, this guy crushed you in his prime. You're gonna wait till he's been away from the sport for years until you go and
one of the biggest mistakes in
it's a farce. That's a farce. That's a spitting in the face of the sport. Anyway, let us know what you think about the next steps for Gaethje in the comment section. And for that matter, why not? Let us know about what you think about Conor McGregor for that matter in the comment section and who he is going to be facing next. Obviously, it's not. I don't think it's going to be Khabib. Neither of us do.
No, I don't think so.
Let us know in the comment section below. We look forward to reading your comments.
That's right, guys.